I also see you make a lot of investors to start availing luxury. You want them to, let's say, travel in business class. Why do travel in economy class? Because they have made a lot of money. Now, how MFDs can learn from this interesting story, because you're trying to do something which is very unique. Not many people today do it in their practice. How do you think this helps you to kind of grow your business?
So, if you look at, again, I'll go back to human behavior, correct? And I put myself into the position first. I look at uh, in and around my families, how they behave, correct, when it comes to money. So, most of the time, what happens is people don't plan, correct? They don't segregate their short term, long term needs. They put everything into one basket. And then that financial cash flow chokes you when you do things which is when you go and blow. Like, for example, most of the clients go and buy a property and their EMIs are almost 60-70% of their income. And that chokes your cash flow. So that what happens is you start a feeling saying that I'm sacrificing a lot of my life by not enjoying, by not traveling, by not going out. And there would be some who would not save, would splurge everything away. So this human behavior, what I realized is saying that I started talking to people over the years and I evolved and said that, okay, only give me that much money which you can give for 25 years. Out of your 10 rupees, out of your 100 rupees, give me 10 rupees or 20 rupees. But this will be for 25 years.
From day one, you set
From
that
day one.
expectations.
Day one. Because that is discipline. Because investment is all about discipline, focus, and how do you bring in that behavior into an investor's life cycle. Everything is about behavior, right? How do you get up? How do you go to office? How do you read? It's all about habits. So in the same way, this becomes a habit. Investment also is a habit and a discipline. So I bring in the discipline and say that this is how you look at things. And then they will come out and say, what do I do with 80? So then I bring them and say, okay, right. You want to travel, you want to buy a car, you want to buy a music system, you want to buy phones. Put all of your aspirations. Once you put all of those aspirations, then your short term, long term, medium term goals can be aligned with the respective kind of investment
True.
instruments so that you don't palpitate when the market goes up and down. You are already enjoying your needs. That's one. Now, for investors who have already invested over the last 15, 20 years, and their wealth has grown much more beyond their expectations, and they still don't travel and enjoy that wealth, like traveling in a business class. Why struggle and at least have that comfort? See, most of the people associate business class to be status. It's not status. It's about bringing your comfort, right? How comfortable it is to go and lie down and sleep and travel. Secondly, you buy the best cars. Why do you want to compromise on that? Buy your best homes, which is your dream home. So most of the time when money comes in, that again emotions plays. Ke ban to gaya, but how do you enjoy that money?
Yes.
Correct? So it works both ways. And as I said, I meet my clients and I have these conversations uh, about life, about how do you be practical about it, not get emotionally attached to it. So these are all aspects which I evolved and learned when my conversation with my clients go beyond investment after some time. And that has helped me to make my clients look at life differently. And so it's about how do you allocate, how do you sit with the client and not choke their cash flows, make them feel comfortable. Because the moment the clients don't have money to do something, they will redeem money at the wrong time, not invest at the wrong time. That experience is so bad that they will never come back again.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme related documents carefully.